just going to get right into it. And today, I want to talk about, sorry to say it, but cheaters, right? And let me tell you something. It's going both ways. It's definitely going both ways. It's not just going to be just because I'm a female. I'm not going to be bashing. I'm not even bashing. First of all, we're just having a conversation for one, and two. I think it need to be said because a friend of mine is going through some things, but in order for you to go through some things, you kind of got to put yourself in those things. If you catch my drift, most of the time, a lot of us don't realize that you really kind of dig your own grave at the end of the day. Like, yes, if your partner chooses to forgive you and, you guys try to work past the situation and try to fix the things that were, either broken or whatever the issue was that caused the cheating. And even if it wasn't really an issue an issue to begin with that caused it, the first thing that I'm going to say is if y'all are going to work on fixing the relationship, both parties really have to understand that y'all got to be patient. You gotta have a lot of patience. Sorry for stumbling over my words, but you definitely have to have a lot of patience, especially if you were the person that cheated. You're gonna have to give your significant other time. Now, most of the time what happens is, the person that was the cheater is usually, obviously, they're gonna, do certain things to feel like they have, did their part in, taking accountability. You apologize, you're doing the work to try to fix it, and that's all fine and dandy. But you gotta understand it. You gotta realize that you put a person through a lot of pain, and that pain and that, the constant reminders and all of those things are not gonna go away overnight. Even though the person wants to forgive you and they want, they 9 times out of 10 wish that it could just go right like that. But that's not possible. That's not physically possible. Even if y'all both went and sat and talked to a couples counselor, marriage counselor, whatever, that counselor is going to tell you that this is going to be a long process. Because what happens is the person that's usually the cheater, they obviously get, they get fed up quickly because they feel like, all right, yeah, you got to get past the fact that it happened and this and that. Now, granted, yeah, but you only say that because you were already dealing with all of these things. And now you're dealing with the outcome. But the person that you are dating or married, the person that you are in a relationship with just found these things out. So they have to work through their emotions and, they have to take their time and getting to know what's going on. And, you know what I mean? They are 9 times out of 10, they're questioning your whole relationship, everything that you did, everything that you said to them. You know what I mean? And if 9 times out of 10, if there's a person that, came and told your significant other about the cheating or about the situation and that's how it unfolded, Now you already know that's going to be hard because you're going to have people, because you're going to have the person that's out here and they're going to be telling your significant other what went on and, what was said, whatever the case may be. And now your significant other has to process all of those things. Now, even if you came to your significant other and specifically said, listen, I need to tell you, I've been doing XYZ with this and that, and they tell you everything to the T, still doesn't change the fact that hurts. And all of, like I said, it takes time. But when things start to escalate, as you guys are putting your hands on each other, or the person is putting their hands on you, that is an unhealthy situation. Now, granted, yes, hopefully y'all get through it, but that shouldn't really be a situation that you want to be in. Because that is obviously dangerous and is going to lead to way more things than you even can imagine. Now, for some people who, after they get caught up and stuff like that, they don't want, that's it for them. They not never doing it again, whether it's with the person that they're currently with or, even in the future, just in general. But you got people that don't care. And they're going to continue to do these things and hurt people and all of that stuff. You got to really, really be careful. And a lot of things that, and some things that a lot of men don't understand when they do these things to women. A lot of women you have women, listen, women, we're actually made up of masculine energy as well as feminine energy. And what happens is, if you're the man that breaks down that masculinity wall for a woman, and you open up the feminine side of that woman, and you then hurt this woman while she's in her feminine side, you're really, it's gonna, once she goes back to that masculine energy towards you, it's really gonna be hard for you to get the feminine energy back from her. Or, it's just gonna be hard, because I'm speaking from experience and from just a few females that I know, that I'm just now opening up my feminine energy, just because the man that I'm currently with is, he's made me that comfortable to do that. But that also scares me a lot, because that's my vulnerable side, and I really usually don't even show that up. I don't, a lot of my family and friends that I've had been friends with for, 10 plus years haven't even seen a feminine side of me ever. So, it's a thing, you know what I mean? And it's a process to even, process all of that, even for a man. So, men as well, you guys as well have feminine energy and you have masculine energy. Now, feminine energy does not obviously mean that a man is gay just because they have feminine energy. Because every man has feminine energy. That's actually what we're all, made up from. But when you get a man that, is actually secure in his feminine side, and they're, more vulnerable, they are less there. Oh man. And then when you break that feminine energy from the man, like the vulnerable side of a man, you might never ever get the vulnerable side of that man ever again. not even just that current person that hurt that man, but every woman after that may not ever get that again. And then even if they do, they're not even probably going to get it to the full capacity because that man has been hurt. And, you know, it takes a lot out of people to really bring out the vulnerable state of themselves after they have already given it out and they have already been hurt multiple times, numerous times. Even just one time can really change a person. Now, it probably does, like, it's not gonna, well, for some, it doesn't all the way change how that person ultimately is, but it's definitely gonna change how they move and maneuver relationships and friendships and things of that nature on the strength of, you know, they're on a strength that they're scared to get hurt again. And y'all, you know, I mean, obviously all of it could just be avoided if you just don't cheat. I never want to understand it though. I mean, like, if you're not happy with something or there's issues in your relationship, talk about them. Communicate. You know what I mean? Like, have conversations. Like, when y'all are sitting at dinner or whatever, how was your day? Is there anything you want to talk about? Anything on your mind? You know, that, or just anything that we could be doing better or speaking on. Anything that bothers you, you need to speak on it. Don't just let it linger and sit on it and don't never speak, because that's how those types of things start. They usually start from the smallest thing that you would not even probably blink an eye to. And then that little thing, it keeps festering up because you don't speak on it. And then those little things, it keeps happening. Or they keep doing it because you don't speak up on it. And then as time will go on and as time progress, you're going to eventually get tired of that. And then you're going to, then there's going to be other things that's going to, trigger that, or other things that's going to get into, that's, now you're in a state where maybe, let's see, you fast forward to maybe like 5 years from that time, and now everything that person does is annoying you now. So, but instead of you speaking on it and talking to your partner, you're going to go and, look elsewhere to try to fix the issues that's in your current relationship. But that's not how you fix those things, because all they wind up doing is creating more problems for yourself, for your partner, and for the other person that's involved. Everybody involved is now in a situation. And some people are in situations that they didn't even know about. Some people are in situations and they knew everything completely about, but the other person did not. So now that the other person knows, it's like now they're going to keep the person that did know, they're going to just keep poking and poking and poking the person that didn't even know, that's clearly not fair to that person. But then the person in the middle who was the original cheater is now the person. Is now you're completely in a problem, in a point where you did not, basically you put yourself there. And now they're, you're gonna want to play victim and and this, that, and the third. But you put yourself there. All I'm saying is, you guys really need to start thinking about the things that you do before you do them. But I'm going to end the feast talk. So thanks for coming with it. Thanks for coming, guys.